All right, I guess let's go ahead and switch this screen on over. Welcoming everybody to the Wednesday, middle of the day for me, lunchtime edition. Incursions is starting here for our EU friends. US will start ours tomorrow. And I'll be honest, as I have normally been doing, I've told y'all this, been kind of using, I don't want to necessarily call it a bye week, but this is the week that Rev just kind of sits back, relaxes, and doesn't go as hardcore into the game. And I really feel like I should make another video about the importance, because there's so much to the daily grind, the importance of finding the fun in Star Trek No Fun Command. But yeah, so it's I'm excited to see how it looks to everybody. I know we'll have a lot of EU people who send screenshots of the new store, so we'll talk about that a little bit. But yeah, I mean, some exciting things coming, but more importantly, just excited to be with y'all. Hey Draco, good to see you. Boxer, Graduated. Is this the first test on the Comcast Business Line? So the Comcast Business Line gets installed tomorrow between the hours of 10 and 12. So not yet. This is the middle of the day though, so I never have a problem streaming in the middle of the day because there's nobody in the neighborhood really doing anything. Everybody's at work. So I might actually stream on Twitch early tonight, like start at like 5 or something, to try to avoid that problem. But so Joseph, the Monday was the meeting to get signed up for Comcast Business and everything, and actually verify my problem would be fixed. I've been told by multiple people inside and outside the company that it would. So now we're just, fingers crossed that it actually happens, because if not, what do we do? But yeah, appreciate it, Falcon. Good to see that you're here. Any updates on Actian Space Fix yet? So I have no update that I can give you just straight off. What I can say is that they've got that script that we talked about them creating to run, and then past that point, now it's just one of those waiting games. Sorry, I don't want to use him. I need to, oh man, really don't want to take Fluffy off, but I'm gonna put Fluffy over here for Solar Armadas later. But I really need those credits. I need as many credits as I can get, but I also need this one. I'm rapid trailing y'all. I'm so sorry, but it's so important that I get these right. It's so important that I get these right. Like these are must-haves right now because I'm getting ship BPs. And thank you, James Will, for signing to be a cadet to support the channel. It's so important for me because I use the away team store to get my BPs and everything. I really need to upgrade Nero. Can I upgrade Nero right now? I need more than that chance. I don't want to upgrade you there. I'm going to do traits. Yeah, 23K. Yeah, I'm going to blow it on some Nero. See what that brought me up to. Let's reset this. Sorry, y'all. Promise, chat, I'm not ignoring y'all. Okay. Did I just do something stupid and didn't realize it? That didn't change at all. I have to exit out completely. Thank you, Mr. Flibble, because I'm sitting here going, wait a minute. That's not right. Okay, let's do it. There we go. That's better. Thank you, Mr. Flibble. Rev was about to freak out on Star Trek Fleet Command. So yeah, I'm like, no, thank you. All right, and let me get impulsive in. Sorry, y'all, just really big. Obviously, away teams are, especially as you get deeper in the 30s. I know most of the game is getting in that state. Y'all are deeper in the 30s, getting into the 40s. Away teams become so important. Lead expedition is a big one for me. Imperial strategy, and then after I get through this, I'll go through it and get my ship BPs. So, hey, Alfred, how are you doing, man? Good to see you. Nero Pan Burnham is a must for that ATA. So I use Nero Kirk Pan. You can use Burnham. I upgraded Kirk just because he has a couple other abilities, but both are good officers to invest trade XP in. And then on these, I actually just throw stats at them. We'll just, let's unload ship B for now. We'll come back to it, but I'm not running armadas at the present time. So we can always just run back, but more, while it'd be nice to crit these, more going for the service rewards so I can get, and I'll speed that up obviously, so I can get more research done. How do you balance getting stuff for ATA store versus getting medals for research? So Ordrin, I actually don't understand the question because you can't, I don't see how those mix. If you can explain what you mean, because away team, that doesn't, there's nothing, what medals are you talking about? I'm curious what you mean. Anyway, how's my health? I have my next doctor's appointment is in 3 weeks. So right now we're in like a holding pattern, I guess, but 3 weeks. Thank you for asking. Does the Stella skin work on both armadas and hostiles? Some said it's just hostiles, but I thought it was both. It is both. If I remember correctly, it is both. Now, I haven't done Stella stuff in a while in terms of content, but yeah, it should be both. Think. But I'll double check. Or if you send me a Discord message afterwards, I'll check it later. Future Powerball tickets. I don't play the lottery. If anybody in our following does, all I ask is that you feed my children. Thank you. And congratulations on your winning. Okay, Origin says balancing spending trade XP on officers for the rainbow missions to get ATA currency versus officers to get service medals. Okay, now I understand where you're coming from in terms of choosing who you're upgrading. Here's what I did. Personal decision, I worked both my percentages up piecemeal. So if you notice, my Imperial strategy is at 95%. I did this one kind of first because I went Romulan faction, the Valdor and Pylum. So I needed both. But as you can see here, I also worked on this set. Now it's at 65%, but basically what I did, my goal was to get each one to 50, then move on to the next one. So if I could get the rainbow missions to 50% each, then afterwards I could just do more and get all of them up. So that was kind of my strategy, is I piecemealed all of them so I could take advantage of all of them. Now, that's not necessarily the strategy I'm saying you have to do, because away teams, if you're trying to get ship VPs, it is so nice. And I do this every day until I, eventually I will run out because I'm spending more than I'm getting. I do need to do consumables. Where's my away team store? Right here. But like, I come every day, get another Katinga blueprint that saves me credits, and then I get a Pylum every day. And since the Pylum is 500,000 faction credits, anything that I can do to lessen that cost, I want to do. So, how often are you getting merits of honor? I feel like I only see that mission once a month. I would say once every 10 to 14 days on average for me. It's not super common, but it's common enough that I'm running it, semi often. Hey, got the Armada one. That is super useful right now. Got the Armada one. Shout out server 155 and shout out to Scotland. Any word on the Ultra Recruit event? I have no word on the Ultra Recruit event, no. I'm level 25 using Bones Uhura Talon to hunt reds. Log is saying mitigation is only 23% instead of 45. Well, Bones Uhura Talon is not a PvE crew, so I'm not sure why you're running that. Picard Beverly Talon would work. Pike Moreau Talon. You could even use the cadets, Cadet Uhura, Cadet McCoy Talon. Bones Uhura, that's a weird run. Xavier says I wasted too many away team traits on uncommon officers. Now that is one thing that I have always tried to tell everybody, is the real value. If y'all remember that chart, I don't know if I still have it on my desktop. I had it. It is in our Discord. It is in our Discord, but Useful data. Let me see if I've got it. Trade XP amounts. Actually, do still have it, so I can put it on the board. This is one that DJ made. But in terms of value, the rares are like the sweet spot. And then the epics. The uncommons are basically, we never touch them. I'm gonna put it on the screen now, y'all. Just got to put it into the software. But let's see. We'll just use this one. Browse. Desktop. Useful data. Trade XP. Here we go. But yeah, in terms of where the value is for the officers going into Trade XP, this is a fantastic tool. You would obviously the uncommons don't have a ton. The cost is big here, and if you remember, I did a video on this. I talked about how the last like 2 tiers of an epic you probably don't go after, and you use that XP instead to go after, say, a rare officer or another epic. Just those last 2 or 3 levels, as you see, get so pricey, but they only translate to like a 7 or 8% increase in your critical chance. So being as efficient as you can in your away teams, obviously, big deal, good deal if you can. And this is the strategy that I run. And as I was doing this, this is how I was able to get all my away teams kind of up, you know, at a similar pace, is because I was doing this. So instead of taking just that one officer and maxing, I was taking piecemeal officers and getting 1 trait here, 1 trait here, and then slowly working them all up together, going the most efficient, calculated route as I could. Obviously, not everybody has done that or is doing that, but that's my strategy. So that's how I'm level 44, but I just got here. I was 42 just 2 weeks ago. But that's how at level 42, I was at a 95% critical chance with, you know, my Romulan away team. And if you were using, or you're wanting to do the Federation version, that would be led by Carol. So that's how I did. Phil says, what's up with these swarms and Franklin A PvP events during incursions? Not like this, Scopely, not like this. No answers. I want to see how it rolls out. Like, I want to actually see how it goes before I get too opinionated. So I'm going to test out the new event structure tomorrow when we have our incursions. I might even do a bonus stream just while it's happening. But yeah, I'm going to hold off until then. Have you heard about the server crashes at Video Reset? I did. Post-war syndrome. And this is going to sound really sad, but it's really to a point where when it comes to the reset times, I don't really do much. Yeah. I don't really do much. So finish the attack swarms on their server easily, can't even score on the Franklin PvP event. So for a lot of servers, it's going to come down to actually coordinating with other players. And I know that can really suck. That's supposed to be like a good part of incursions, but yeah, I mean, it really has gotten to the point where event rolls over, Rev kind of just like, I'm not there. I'm not there till 12 my time, so about an hour past. And I've been told over and over, hey, this is a priority, blah, 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 but y'all see what I see. In EU, the idea, so the events of the store is great, but it isn't easy to get a full set of rewards for the band. So Zell, if you would be so kind, any EU player, but I can't have 10 of y'all do it, obviously. But if y'all want to send the pictures, send the pictures. Anyway, y'all send the pictures. I will put it up on the timeline. I'm also reading our dev chat because DJ's doing math right now for the event. So I haven't even looked at the new launch because it was prepping for the stream. So we'll take a look at the new Incursion store now and start prepping how much you can actually get. Crush says, controversial question. Who do you like more as a community manager, Eco or Beck? Well, Beck has been a literal friend to me for a year. Like a real life friend. Like I actually know Beck and like talk. Eco is a work employee. As employees, they're both equal to me. I care about both of them as people. But like Beck's an actual friend. Like I will talk to Beck about life and just general stuff. So that doesn't really, I feel like it's cheating. I feel like that's cheating. Is there somewhere a sort of ranking which servers like 4-0 winning in incursions, which one's 3-1 and so on? So hinting, I don't have one. if anybody takes the time to make it, I can try to help. But even when I tried to do that through 3 incursions, the scores were already like not adding up right. Like we were getting some things that were wrong here and there. So I did try that in the very beginning, but I wasn't able to maintain it. And if somebody does, then, and somebody can keep that going, then I will track it and I will report on it. But yeah. Let's see. Continue question. Bones Captain with synergy on my account says 35% bones to officer abilities and Talon at 50% equal foot. So it is not a pure additive, Ryan. It's not 35 plus 15. And you're also confusing damage with mitigation. Talon does not change mitigation. Talon adjusts the base damage of a hostile. The base damage of a hostile. So Ryan, I would encourage you to check out the video I did explaining the math of like how Pipe Moreau Talon works, for example. But it's a multiplicative thing that you're doing, not a additive that you're doing. And it could be definitely confusing. But yeah, that's why you're not seeing maybe the results that you're looking for. You know if reset times will be adjusted when daylight savings time ends on Sunday. So Kata, there are actually a few different daylight savings times around the world. Like it's not the exact same for me as it is for a few countries in Europe. And personally, I think daylight savings time is stupid. I wish the US would get rid of DST, and one US state already has. Shout out Arizona, if I remember correctly. But no, I don't believe there will be any changes to the schedule based on DST. Yeah, the Aussies have already sprung forward. There you go. Math major is still confused by STFC math. Defiant. I'll admit, and granted, you know, we're 4 years in here. The math isn't hard to me anymore, but learning game math is very confusing from what you would expect. So I get what you're saying. I would say for me, that's not really a problem. Like I understand the concept of, you know, how Pipe Morochin works, but beyond that, when we get into the weighted value. So like you talk about the battle triangle. The battle triangle is just weighting one value over another, like on a scale of like 1.2. You know, so it makes sense now. Once you complete the Cerritos BP event, you get the new SMS SLB events. However, you can't compete in the SLB if you choose to complete the SMS. The SMS hostiles too low level. Poor design. There's a lot of poor design in that, James, and I would just say yes. I'll say yes. That's not a great design. All states but Hawaii and Arizona observe DST. So shout out, by the way, to Hawaii, because apparently they have it and I didn't know. Saw some photos of the Defiant on Discord. Have you seen those floating around yet? I have not seen any like legit, this is definitely a game photo. There's been a couple of like sketch photos that like, it looks like it could be real, but you don't know. I would say this. I would be very shocked if Deep Space Nine didn't include the Defiant because it's so iconic to the game, or I'm sorry, to the show. And the show is, well, that's what we're supposed to be getting. We're supposed to be getting all the meat of it. Now, at the same time, we've got Alliance star bases that don't look like Deep Space Nine. But at the same time, I'd be very shocked. If you remember when TNG came out, they brought the Enterprise D. Now, it's level 60, but everybody got a skin for it at like level 34 and stuff. So, yeah, I think you'll get the Defiant. Do I know it's coming, or do I think it's coming, you know, this upcoming week? I mean, we'll just have to wait and see. Like, but we get this all the time, though. Every time we have a new month, there's like these spoilers that drop, and usually it's fake stuff. So, usually it's fake stuff. Have you heard any rumbles of G6, or do we still have at least a year of that to drop? I do not know of G6. I do not know of G6. Ooh, we got the Incursions event store here. I want to pull up the options and show the prices. Thank you, Zell. Just FYI, you will be on the screen. I'm assuming you've basically given me permission, Zell, right? You're good with this? You're good with me putting this on the screen? I'm just going to put our Discord on the screen. Nothing crazy, I promise. I'm not about to dox you, my friend. I'm not about to dox you, but I will put our Discord on screen as long as you say that's okay. Okay, cool. Want to make sure, because some people aren't comfortable with that being there, and I would totally get that. So let me just get it on the screen real quick. Give me just a second, y'all. and then y'all can see the event store. All right, yeah, that'll work. Transition. Okay, so this is the Mantis. Now, DJ and Eco are currently doing math to make sure that we get enough. And I think we will be able to get enough to get right at 25 each run completed. 25 each run. Now, I will check the math and discuss the math with y'all, but there's the Mantis here in your event store. It's going to cost you 100 tokens. The estimated amount I think that you get winning an incursion is 2,500, but I will double check that. So that is the Mantis. Here is Strange New World Una, which is 400 per shard. Like, that is pricey. I see you're very close to those, Zell, so I would probably go in. Strike Team Leon, there you go, 400 per. The epics are 400 and the rares are 200 each. So probably a little pricey for those, in my opinion. And then here's the Swarm event for credits. Win with the Franklin A or any other ship. Honestly, scoring doesn't look that bad based off just based off that scoring here. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. Definitely a grind though. But yeah, there you go. Zell, thank you so much for sharing. I greatly appreciate that. But yeah, I think 2,500 is what we're supposed to be set to earn, which would mean that everybody would be able to get a quarter of a man. So let me make sure that's not just a win thing. All right, I've asked, just because I'm streaming, I've reached out to ask our math nerds to verify that. And I'll let you know what the janitor says. But there are events structured around, there are 4 different events that will earn. Let me just see here. Yeah, so there's so yeah, 4 different events. We'll do 1920 and then 580 from the KVK reward. Never participated in Incursions, so I'm not even sure how to get to another server. Also, Eric, you'll get paired in Incursions by Scopely, so they'll do the pairing and everything, so you won't have to worry about that. So Strike Team Unlocked 2024. I mean, so that's what I was, when we were going through the pricing, I was like, this feels a little expensive for something that we do once a month. But yeah. If the main thing is to get the Mantis though, the Mantis sourcing is pretty quick. But yeah, that cost on the officers seems a little steep. Just a little steep. Did they announce the pairings this time? No, they did not. All you get is your leaderboard. There's not like an announced pairing system. Thank you, Ice Glow. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'll show you some of the events here, since y'all want to see some of the events. Incursions, victory rewards. Now, granted, yeah, I didn't think about that. You do have Una herself as a reward in some of the events. But here, let me check this. Hold on. All right, so let's put this up from Ice Glow. Display capture. Does this feel? Oh, because I didn't have it maximized. There we go. And transition. So this is one of the sets of rewards, just your subspace relays. This is for winning incursions. You get 580. So there's 4 events that will total 1920 Supreme Incursion coins, and then winning gives you 580. So a total of then 2,500. So a winning server. Now this is something I'm talking to them about. I've already actually just typed this feedback as we're streaming. So the winning server can get 25 Mantis BPs. The losing server would get 19. But there's your payouts for winning, and then your payouts for event completion. And there'll be 4 of these total. So if you complete all your events and you win, or your server wins, you get 2,500. I did just make the feedback / recommendation that everybody get the 580 as kind of like a, hey, congrats on or good job participating. But yeah, I don't like that part. Anyway, how many servers are 4-0 again? I'm not sure. I don't actually have those numbers. I'm not sure how many servers are 4-0 right now. Seems like you have to win Incursions to get a quarter. Yeah, that's what it looks like here. It looks what it looks like. Are the servers who have just gone through merge getting compensated for Mantis? Otherwise, they'll be a month behind other servers. Centurion, at this moment, I don't have any knowledge of that, but I can inquire. We can see if we can get a answer for that, but I have no knowledge of that. So if we're on a bye week due to a merger, will we get enough for a quarter of Mantis? So Bistro, all I know is that you're going to get some level of compensation. I don't know if you're getting 2,500 incursion coins or what. I think the plan is just to give out currency. I don't know how much though. Again, this is something that I can follow up on and ask, and I will go ahead and ask that to the janitors now. For those on a bye week, will they get currency or... There we go. I've asked that for those on the bye week. Will we see people spam attacking dead base points? Did they change that part of the scoring? So anybody on our EU for the PvP type stuff on that leaderboard, can you still get points just for spamming bases? Can anybody confirm that? Because I don't know. I haven't seen that yet. So it'll be all of our EU players. They can give us that feedback. Can you still spam bases just for the ticker on that, or did they finally fix it? Now, I reported that in the first incursion run. So any word on strike team added to Mantis Refinery? JT, right now I think incursions, in terms of the incursions of in-store, might be the primary sourcing for that and not the Mantis, but we can continue to ask. So 15 points is not a lot. I mean, I agree with you. I agree. It's not a lot, but can you spam it? Can you help explain the difficulty of engaging the game design team at scope in regard to your state of the game video? So can you be more specific with your question in terms of, yeah, just can you be more specific? So you don't have time to get here because I could totally use that. Hold on, y'all. I have another Stella sitting here. Can I get there in time? Yes. And I will actually ask if I can get star, please. There we go. In every other MMO I've ever played, there have been in-game game masters that can help with things like stuck hostiles. STFC doesn't have that. Most GMs who are unpaid volunteers. Why? This is not a PC MMO. This does not have... I don't really know of a mobile game that has something like that. I mean, it sounds great, but I would rather have moderation, like active mods on each server, than maybe that, because I feel like GC can get too toxic. Anyway, it's a good question. Sadly, not one I really have an answer to, but I actually am not familiar with any game in this genre that does that. But I think it'd be cool. I think it'd be very handy and helpful. We think of Cisco Miles 5. I think that's a completely legit run. You're just getting a little bit of extra loot there on the end. But good morning. Do you experience with a full assault team cruise on interceptors yet? Or do I have experience? Yeah, I mean, so they counter the battleship crew. The only issue I really have with the interceptor crew is they're pretty easy to counter themselves to a degree. Running TOS Uhura, TOS Kirk is a pretty solid counter to the new strike team for the interceptors. Doesn't make them bad. It just means that there is an easier counter where there wasn't when it comes to the battleships coming out, really. Spamming a base will still score. Thank you, Icicle. So they did not fix that. Sorry, messaging janitors. about scoring where one unshielded whale can cost the server a win. Now, this run, Ice Glow is here, should be able to confirm. This run should have lower scoring for rating. I think this time around. Ice Glow, I don't know if you can confirm that, but I think rating scoring is still there, but it's lowered a little bit. And if you can confirm that, Ice Glow, in your comparison screen, let me know. Scoring looks the same. Okay, so it hasn't changed. I know there are talks of lowering that scoring in the future for rating. So if it hasn't happened this run, maybe it'll happen in December's. But I know that's something that they've discussed. Yeah, rating looks the same. Ice Glow just sent it to me. Buffalo says the community managers and content creators have a monthly meeting that was mentioned. What is the feasibility of having a similar meeting with game design? Well, we've been trying to get that for about 3.5 years. And we don't have it yet. We're trying. We're being told that it's a possibility, etc. But I have no ETA on when I'll actually be able to get that for you. I'm trying, though. And I would love, even if it wasn't game design, even if it was the dev team, so the ops team who run the event, any of them, I would love to actually be able to do that with. And it is something that they've been open to in the past. Getting them to actively commit to is a little bit more difficult, but it doesn't make it impossible. It just means that for now, this is the level of consistency that we have. We've definitely got it with the CMs every month. If we can work forward and start including, live ops or including game design, then great. This is a good first step in that direction. Defiant says, is the Mantis worth it? My team has used it effectively to keep stronger teams at bay in TC defense. When used with good coordination, I think yes. I don't think there's an argument for the Mantis not being worth it. I think the Mantis is 1000% worth it. I honestly wouldn't understand an argument that says no. The only negative about the Mantis is that it is a heckin' grind. It is a heckin' grind. So, yeah, besides that, hope what finds me well, Geej. Hope good to see you. Maybe having Beck and Eco on board as a solid CM team can help the game design and devs and live ops have perhaps a once a quarter sit down with CCs. Would love that, and hopefully you are right. We'll just have to wait and see. Again, I just don't want to make any promise to y'all that I can't uphold. But what I can tell you is that, I talk to game design, I talk to live ops, and I bring forth a lot of the issues that y'all bring up and the pain points y'all bring up of wanting to get fixed and things that need to be worked on. And I will continue to do that. So that's all I can really say. And hopefully this leads to more opportunities for us to have more relevant impact in that area and actually bring you more. Because I would love that. And I used to do monthly dev Q&As. I personally slowed up on that due to issues in the game, and just sometimes you would get questions that the answers they gave you knew the players weren't going to want to hear. So I didn't want to just give out, presidential answers either. So do have that contact. We do pass along your feedback. I want y'all to know that myself, the content creators, the moderators, we definitely push that forward and try to give them the best version of what y'all are saying. But in terms of actually getting that here, we'll have to wait and see. Big issue I'm finding is obviously with this being a midweek and me having a life, that means I can't dedicate 24 hours to the incursion events. So 2 12-hour events is a pain point. Currency acquisition just feels rough and demands 24 hours of participation plus winning to earn 1/4. All right. So anyway, I'm passing along this feedback as we're talking. I'm shooting it to them, telling it to, janitors and community managers. So a little thing to pass up. During the Halloween event, they had ticket requiring events, but no tickets for sale. That was a real drag. You would have spent money. Thank you, Tony, for that. Because I know they gave away some tickets. Like they did a quick 10 ticket giveaway, but you would have had to spend to get all 3. Didn't realize that you didn't see the pack available though. Draco says, I feel like I might just shield up since they paired us with a server with 4 ops 60 players and our 20 ops 54 plus, way above ours, plus their packs are noticeably better. BS matchmaking. Draco, I would do that. Obviously, we're not advocating to like leave the game or anything, but I will say when things like that happen, they track activity. And I have talked to them about the need to have better balancing when it comes to incursions and this whole process. I like incursions and I've made that known, but I also understand that there's so many things that can be so much better. Matchmaking being a big one. And I had a conversation with them about that last month. I can tell you that there are changes being done to the incursion structure that hopefully make that process better too. I know that just feels like an empty worded promise, but all I can say is that we've had a good track record before. So hopefully we continue to get that. Hopefully we continue to get that. I'm on 83, and last time we were paired with someone in the 60s. Yeah, Joe, and I remember that, and just looking at it, and I was telling one of the live ops guys, and he was like, well, that doesn't make sense. That just, it just doesn't look right from either perspective. So obviously some work needs to be done on their end, and they've acknowledged that. You had ticket packs during the event store earlier? So you had them, Jesse, but for whatever reason, Tony didn't have them. The way that they structure who gets a pack and when is so weird in this game. So, yeah, I mean, we can try to check into that, Tony. Obviously, I think that everybody should have an opportunity, if they want to spend, to spend. I'm not telling people to spend, but if that's what you want to do, then the things relevant to what's going on right now should work. Anyone know who Targ 56 is going to be paired with? I can't find an official announcement. There is no official announcement, I don't believe. Not this run, but should have dropped you a line when it was happening. Yeah, Tony. I mean, I could try to help as it's happening, but after the fact, obviously, is because there is, like everything else in the world, there's a special algorithm, and you know the packs you see are truly designed to be set up for you to see them. So what I see and you see can be different to an extent. I mean, we're going to see a lot of the basic things exactly the same. But your server's losing by 1.8 trillion already. Somebody wasn't shielded. Somebody wasn't shielded. Don't want to hit that. Want to hit this hostile, please. Hold on, I want to make another comment real quick to the janitors. Can you ask to have level 30 exchange systems north of Maneuver make into higher level reds for events? That's a very specific request. I've never had that one before. Any roadmap update? I recall Eco teases. So roadmap should drop within the next week or so. I don't have an exact date, but yes, the roadmap is being worked on. 56 switched last time, and it was the same. It wasn't the same as the XSLB. So I do not have, just FYI, I do not have pairings for any server. So I do not know who you're going against, and I don't even remember who I'm going against. Good afternoon, Omicron. Good to see you. So a current event store currency is 5 months for unlock of one of the rares. Well, that's one of the things I'm telling them. Like, you would get 6 shards a month for an epic. I mean, it's just, and 12 for a rare. It's just, that's if you're on a winning server. That just feels super pricey. Super pricey. You want an Exocom for impulse speed? I think there is isn't there an Alliance Exocom for that? I'm going against Wardod. Oh, nice. Oh, nice. I want to see if Wardod hits my base. I'm talking about officer sourcing. If we're just talking about officer sourcing, need to be better in terms of the cost, because the cost was stupid high. Did we win or lose that Armada? We won. Yay! I really need to. I've been trying, y'all. I know I haven't updated y'all, but my Stella is getting better. Yes, me and Trader are on the same server. Trader is one of the leaders in War. It's an alliance. And yeah, we are on the same server. Oh man, can I get there in time? Brigadier Jones, thank you so much for supporting the channel. I cannot get there in time, but I can launch. Boop. Can launch my own. Heck yeah. I hope somebody makes sure we win because I'm about to go boom. That's a baby crappy Stella. So Trader versus Wardod. He could raid DJ. Yeah, I mean, I think me and DJ might be able to do some like live content together. By the way, DJ, are we going against each other tomorrow? Okay. That'd be epic. See DJ Rev, Trader, and Wardog going at it. It would be pretty funny, I'll admit. But is that the server that I'm playing tomorrow? We need to ask. What server is DJ? What server is DJ? I don't know who we're going to get. Silly question, but you can't do morale and say whole bridge on the same ship. No, you can, Moflo. It'd be difficult, but you can do that. You would have to, it'd be like Kirk, Spock, and then Gorkon. The only problem is, you know, you need a critical hit, so you'd be relying on your native critical. But I mean, in terms of the ability, you can run multiple bonuses on a ship. It's just, is it practical? The DJ's 15. Big issue with the Frank A PvP is no points for loss, so insensitive to let your ship get blown up. Fair. Points for loss is big. Here, let me actually... I'm passing a lot of this up, so... But officer sourcing for this is the only... Like, I can kind of get the Mantis sourcing and not have too big of an issue. Like, obviously I want more, but I don't have too big of an issue with the Mantis being 19 to 25 shards a month, but the officer sourcing is just really bad. It's too much, or too little rather. It's too little. Getting 6 epic shards in a month is basically what we would be looking at, and that means that it takes you 2 years to unlock an epic strike team officer. Yeah, game is way too grindy. I agree, Gus. I mean, there's a lot less grind that needs to be in this game. A lot less. Yeah, graduate kid. It's not even talking about leveling them up. That's just getting them tier 1, 2 years of an unlock is... That's obviously not good. And we could provide that as feedback. But, you know, I guess it's just getting them to understand that, like, hey, we're running incursions once a month. And realistically... I think that at the bare minimum, it would be fair to unlock a strike team, like an entire team, tier 1 for the entire team every like 6 to 12 months. That still puts over a year and a half just to unlock all 3 teams. I mean, and even that might be me being too conservative. Like, I realize that some players have a lot of these shards already from previous events and stuff, but like long-term sourcing is how you should be viewing it when you create the event store. And this is obviously not good long-term sourcing. Good morning, Michael. How are you doing? Is the Mantis worth 4 to 6 month grind? To me, 100% is. The Mantis is a fantastic ship. It has its annoying pain points, sure, which is the level of grind in the Actian system. But is it worth it? Yes. The Mantis is a must-have specialty ship to me. Must-have. Really think that given there's no points for a loss, the defensive PvP event needs to be looked at for the Franklin. Hey, again, ISO, that's been said by many people. So, the refinery is the main benefit. Exactly, Dale. The research on the Mantis, yeah, it's cool. That's fine, but you know, the refinery on it is really good. Really good. Your Sanctus got wrecked by a Tribune when stung last incursion. It is pretty cool, Draco, to think that the Mantis has made a lot of ships relevant again, because Draco, as a higher level player, can speak that the big strategy for, for about a year has been skip the level 50 epics and just get a 53 uncommon. Well, now with things like the Mantis and various research and exocomps, you really can have options. You can choose to just sit at 50 and not be the fly up to 53 player and sit there and make multiple ships and then just use support ships to try to offset any advantage somebody else would have. Obviously, you're a little bit more limited in how many times you can sting and things like that. But as a whole, I think that's a positive or net positive of the game. It allows people to actually just sit there and be whatever level they want to be. Also, fix the Apex hostiles. Once they get those fixed, a lot of the complaints will be gone. But for me, I'll still gripe about the level of grind, just because I don't like that it's another 30-minute grind, because that's essentially what it is. I don't like that it's another 30-minute grind. But Icepix is not going live. Been frustrated lately with the issues we've been having for over a year, and there's still been no official acknowledgement of the issues. There is no accountability. So what issues in particular would you be referring to in that post? Crash Makeda says, I believe all active hostiles should pay out the same loot. You'll be able to fill your hole in less than 15 minutes. I would agree. What is a good Franklin PvP crew? Oh, man, actually, I don't have to think about that. It is an explorer, so the same type of crew you run on the Discovery. Remember the Discovery PvP crew? Same thing. Same thing for the Franklin A, I would think. All right, we just got an update from the Overlords. For Infinite Incursion, Allied Ops AMS, we've added the following ways to participate. Swarm Hostile Defeats is getting added. Franklin PvP Defeats being added. Franklin A PvP Defeats as Invader being added, and remove the complete events metric. So they have improved, and it'll probably take a reset for you to see that. But in the PvP, you have had defeats added as a metric. So that has just come through as an announcement. There you go. There you go. We like that, right? That's exactly what y'all were looking for. So that's good. Hostiles are still broken on S10. Dennis, hostiles are broken everywhere. Hostiles are literally broken everywhere. It's not just server 10. Well, son of a biscuit eater. Did people not come to the Armada? Now I just had to burn 2. Just had to burn 2. Did people not come? Somebody ended up having a Discovery in there, and there was only 5 ships. Yeah, people didn't come. Yay. Is the Franklin PvP event broken into op size? I have no idea. I can't see it yet, Jason. So I'm relying on our EU players to send me information. So the EU players, please chime in on stuff like that. And sorry, janitors are replying, so I'm reading. Sorry, just responding. Promise not ignoring y'all. Just responding. I promise I'm not ignoring y'all. All right, so they are going to look at the officer prices, and this is going to be something we have a meeting on probably in the next week or so. Response to your question, lag and the glitches we've been facing recently, like acting and tip. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, and I finally blew up. Could they put an on-off switch in settings for individual pips? So Tomb World, I'm not sure if you watched it. 2 days ago, I released our State of the Game video where we did that interview with Eco, and me and DJ were there. One of the things that we talked about were pips, and basically they acknowledged that some of them are good. Like they actually have gotten metrics that show that players are using things more based on some pips, but then also admitted that some pips are kind of like just annoying and in the way. So they're going to look and find the balance, I guess is what they're saying. But they have heard the argument against pips. In their opinion, some of them are good and worth it. In their opinion, some of them are not. So everybody's preferences of what they want to be reminded of. So what they're more doing is, and Eco talked about this, they're tracking what actually has resulted in some things being like collected more. And that would indicate that, well, those pips are working, like they're actually useful. Now, I don't want a pip for everything in every refinery I have and every single box I have, personal opinion. But if there's like data to support, hey, these pips actually are useful for the player base and they're actually helping the player base, well then I'm gonna tend to side with that and just have to tell my OCD to chill out. But like the officer one. The officer pip system, because it's tied to traits as well, is absolutely horrid. That's horrid. If it was just tied to like upgrades, I probably wouldn't have too much of a problem with the pip system with officers. But because it's tied to traits, it is ungodly annoying. It is just really annoying. I actually need to update you. Like I need to upgrade you, Brush. Yeah. Phantom pip for the Starbase. Well, DJ, I don't know if it is working now, but like DJ Starbase broke again. We've been having that be an issue. Kurt says, evening Rev. Evening. It's a massive grind for dailies I found. If I do them for the hour it takes my cardio in the gym every day, it's easy. I just do enough for the chest. Everything else you don't care about. That's fair. You know, do your minimums. It's really just do it to the level you're comfortable with. That's all I can really push is just your comfortability level. Focus on that. Focus on that. Why would you? Oh, I clicked the comment. I really want to attend every rare that I can. Let me actually check my faction store real quick, y'all. Let's see if I can do my turn-ins. I know I still got to go grind Bajor today. Because I am 1,100 short, pulling from that. So I got to grind Bajor. I need to grind Augment because I haven't done any data pulls. And can I pull a rare yet? I can't pull a rare yet. I can after we win this Armada. I can pull a rare and then he start doing epics. So, all right. You want a funny pip? If you haven't checked your newly unlocked avatar's frames, it shows the pip on other people's profiles next to their profile pic. Did not know that one. So if I actually hit Gordy and I hit, yep, there's a pip. That's funny. Nice. Nice. Can the devs give us the ability to purchase the sell refit in the Rogue store? Please. Ryan, this has been requested heavily, and I have passed it along. I don't have an answer if it's actually going to happen, but I have told them. Thank you for all the great work. Community, what determines the loot you get from armadas, power, damage, etc.? So it is going to be your scale down. Yeah, and somebody in chat probably can explain it better. But there you go. Top, you get your chest, and then down and down they go. Hopefully we win this, by the way. What about Tal sourcing? Tal is not active in the game. He has been deactivated. There is no way to source him. And my M score, when my ship gets home, we'll check it because we're probably going to blow up here. So okay. Did we? All right, we won, and I blew up. Cool. Now we're going to try to get to this rare over here. Go ships, look at Stella, or I can just take a look at it now because I quick prepared. My M score is currently at 67. Currently at 67. M score 67. On that tier 4 is not super useful, but anyway, let's do this, and we're gonna come right back and hit some hostiles. Go over there, hit hostiles, and we will send you out. This should be Picard, Beverly, Kath. Yep, we'll send Picard, Beverly, Kath out to grind some Bajorans. Yeah, I did finally start working on my M score, Romgar. Like, if you look at my research, was F5 research. It doesn't matter. I'll just go here. If you come look at my research, I have finally started working on it. Yes, I have, both of the first set here unlocked, and then finally unlocked that and got to ore building efficiency, because this is the big one that I wanted going to level 46. So I have, by extension, working on my Stella. But yeah, considering that my M score was like 50 and I was level 39, level 40, or actually it was like in the 30s, I've improved it. Obviously, a lot more needs to be done. But yeah, working on my M score. And for those curious, really, you shouldn't go about M score 80 is where you're looking to be at before you go in the 40s. At least M score 80. You have a month and a half to get your M score caught up to me before I get more research unlocked. Nice, Dennis. I will try. In your opinion, is there much value in the Apex research medals after getting max scrapping speed? Max scrapping speed is probably the most valuable of the set, but the warp speed's pretty nice too. Especially as you become a higher level player and you go deeper and deeper. I know you've got the super highways and stuff, but what is max M score for level 42? For an Ops 42 M, that's maxed. I think it's about 100 something. I think it's 100 something. Looney says 101. Graduate Case says 160. Yeah. Oh, you're saying you're at 101. Max M score is 160. I was going to say you can max it out by 42, your M score. But like if you're 39, you need to at least be M score 80-ish. That's like your goal set. So Ops 39 is 99. It's somewhere around right at 100. It's somewhere in there. If it's not 100, it's 99. It's something like right at that. But you need to be at least around an M score 80 in terms of recommending you leveling up. So 100 is not max 39. You're at 102 out of 160. Well, anyway, point I'm making, y'all, finer detailed debates here, is that in terms of where you should be, you should at least be in the 80s. And if you're past that, then you're Gucci. If you pass that, you're Gucci. Yeah. For your solo models, do you crew out a max loot ship for one of the three? I don't, Moflo. No, I do not. Right now, I just crew to hit the highest armada I can. I'm 41 and maxed on my M score for my level, which is 119. Noted, John. Thank you. A meme says Ops 39 max is tricky because not everyone will have both branches, and the last chunk has a different number of researchers available depending on which branch you took. Meme, good point. Thank you for bringing that up. That is a good point. Ooh, an epic? Yo, Kellhound, you gotta let me in. Kelly, baby, you gotta let me live in there. Yo, LA. Yo, just coming back to ask for another star when I get there. Definitely got to get in on the epics, man. Yeah, boy. Because I don't even think, yeah, I didn't get in that rare, which is fine. Did I get in that? No, I didn't get in that rare. Yeah, definitely in there. Perk spot con seems to be the meta for exchange hostiles. I mean, it's a good generic run. The thing with Eclipse Armadas is that it really just comes down to your M score. The research will carry your Stella to where you could run in Benga as captain and it not matter. You could run in Benga. I mean, and I'm not exaggerating. Like, example, we're talking about being an Ops 39 player. If you're Ops 39 and you're hitting Eclipse Armadas of your level with a group of your level, you could literally bring in Benga and be pretty daggum good and good to go. So there are several different crews. I mean, 6 of 11 can be great, but again, 6 of 11 not as valuable because research. It depends on where your M score's at, your research is at. I'm running the DS9 crew with success on a tier 4. Granted, I'm only an M score 67 though. But a lot of that just comes down to your research, not the officers. And yeah, I could beat you in hating cell stuff, Ops 41 and M score 39. Wow, Colin. But honestly, Colin, that's kind of where I was. So, you know, I get what you're saying and I understand the frustration, but obviously it's worth it. Gonna be worth it. Hey, henchman. I appreciate that. Just grinding. We're streaming. So say hi. Everybody say hi to henchman. We appreciate the people that we're at war with not stream sniping us and not hitting us while we're grinding. We appreciate that. So a big thank you to henchman. And hopefully you don't get in trouble for what you just said. Hopefully you don't get in trouble for not hitting. Thank you though, henchman. I appreciate it. Should I go for the Burrell or wait for the D4? So Vlad, I love solo armadas as a mechanic, and I've said this, so I'm a little bit biased, and I'm acknowledging the bias that I'm about to speak from. I love solo armadas. I love them for the long term of the game. I love them for right now. So I am okay with getting multiple ships in a level range, whereas before we would really talk about skipping the 32s. Now that solo armadas will be a thing for you at level 35 plus, I like the idea of you having a D4 and a Burrell and a ship here so that you can do solos. It makes sense. Now also keep that, weighted behind what are you going to do with the epics? Are you only going to get the D4 or are you going to get the D4 and the Enterprise? Because if you get the Enterprise, you don't want the Burrell because you need all that gas to go into the Enterprise. Kind of like Sean though, I get excited like a kid in a candy store and I want all the ships. So there's not a wrong answer there. I will definitely argue though that solo armadas has made a legitimate argument to slow your progress down a little bit and collect more, get more ships and really focus in on that. So just keep that in mind. Definitely henchmen, always something to grind in the game. Shout out to them for not blowing me up. Bob Kirk Spock or survival crew, they don't do damage. You're hoping everyone else is the damage survival crew / creep crew. Yeah, I mean, I know people who run full loot crew, so they'll go Geordie, Bev, and 5, which is whatever. I mean, I don't care either way, but. Thank you, henchman. Appreciate you, buddy. KSK is the meta for Eclipse, not because it's the actual best, but because it's accessible and works for the vast majority of M-score. Meme just actually really described it perfectly. That is the best way to kind of look at it. It's the meta just because everybody has it. It's easy, and no matter your M score, it's effective. There are definitely better crews that can be run, but are there better crews for you? Is there better generalized? I mean, that's why it's the generalized growth. If you Cerritos buff a ship, then dock it and take it back out, does it lose the buff? Yes. If you dock, you lose the buff. So, oh, well, hey, Exchange Bank, just randomly spawning there. How are you doing? Cisco and Miles make a great team. I do run Cisco and Miles on my Stella, and you will get more shots. Now, if your M score does not have your mitigation naturally up very high, then maybe you're not as effective in those more shots, but you will get more shots. Hey, we got into the epic. Yes. Probably not going to earn much from the epic because I'm a really weak Stella, but anything that I can get, I am happy about. And shout out to Kel for reading their messages and starring me. Let me go ahead and repair this crappy Stella. So let's take a look and see how we did. Ooh, got the chest. Yay. 6,000? I'll take I'll take 6,900. And then there's my Eclipse directives. Yeah, I'll definitely take that. That actually might give me enough to pull. Can I pull my epic now? Nope, just shy. So if I did that one more time. But yeah, I really am trying. Really am trying. Top end of the cell should really be running Bev, Cisco, Lorca. The damage numbers are silly, and Bev goes the shield regen just fine. Yep. You could definitely do that one. Perfectly good. Perfectly acceptable. Hull breach obviously greatly magnifies damage when you're hitting with criticals. So yeah, good run. Wrong ship. Almost tried to attack with there. Always keep one Stella max so I get the most loot possible. Strategy that I know a lot of people do, and nothing wrong with that strat. I'm actually grinding with my higher tier Stella. I'm just really trying to catch up as quickly as possible. So I'm just kind of flying through it. Realistically, I just want to get to M score 80ish, and I want to get that ore efficiency leveled up because I really shouldn't have ignored it the way that I did for so long. And now that I'm heading to 46, I'm focusing in on it now because it'll just save me thousands in uncommon 4-star if I go ahead and get that done. So please say Beck to give twice a month incursions. Nicola, it's pretty firm that players rather have once a month incursion. Once a month incursion. I mean, that's something that almost every player has come to me that is pretty universal. So if a level 35 player doesn't have a Franklin A, will they be able to do the PvP event? So yes, they did add various scoring to that, I believe. Then they just announced additions to the scoring. You might need a reboot to see them. But there is regular Franklin and Franklin A defeats should be part of your scoring metric. But I would need to see your one of these months. I actually would not mind the US just launching first. So yeah, so it's Frank and Frank A both, no differences. Thank you, Tiberius. I thought so. Like you could still use your regular Franklin, but I don't have the events in front of me to for sure say that. The Franklin grind is atrocious. It's rough. All the early grinds are, they really need the speed button thrown on them. So all right, come on, let's hit this one. Come on, lag. You got it, baby. Come on. Oh, come on. Thank you. Oof. Franklin A versus Franklin A is 18k points. Others is 2,000. Noted, Fawaz. Thank you. And I'll see that tomorrow. And I've been thinking about doing an extra stream, like streaming in the middle of the day, maybe on Twitch or something tomorrow as like a bonus, just to go over that. So, to go over incursions. I don't think, by the way, that I'm facing DJ's server. I'm pretty sure 15 is facing 16. So you just have to wait for the Rev versus DJ show. Is Bev, Cisco, Lorca on the Stella with Bev as captain or Cisco as captain? Some people put the captain first while others put them in order. So Jedi, in that case, especially for a high M score, be Bev as captain for the shield regeneration. And yeah, Bev as captain for shield regeneration. The most Stellas that are high M score will wrong one. I need to find an interceptor. Will naturally have max mitigation already. Where are you going to find out what server you're fighting before the event? The only thing that you can do, Cryo, is take a look at the SLB that you had during the prep event. And obviously that was last week. So whoever your target was in the prep event is probably who you're fighting tomorrow, if you're a US server. They also did it so that the PvE and the PvP event are opposite, so one is on attacking, one is defense. No. The merge yesterday, we're on buy for incursions. I can see the event store, but will we get loot to buy something? So, Legendary, I've been told that servers on a bye week will be receiving loot. I actually have already provided feedback on how much I believe y'all should get, and I don't know how much it's going to be, but yes, servers on a bye will be getting some of the currency for the new event store. I don't have a total of how much though. How can you protect against players raiding armadas? as you're waiting on countdown. Bring your own ships. Use cloaking. And bring lots of ships to combat any potential hostiles. Prioritize Mantis or Strike Team? Mantis, for sure. Look, I think the Strike Team crews are great. I mean, we talk about the Battleship crew being OP, but the Mantis is the game changer for sourcing and just overall really useful in PvP on its own right in terms of the sting. So yeah, definitely prioritize the Mantis. Yeah, if your M score is 58, Q, then you're probably not running some of these higher tier crews we're talking about. But something to work towards, right? Goals. It's always good to set some goals. Yeah. Did our Apex event as fast as we could. Noted. Yeah, I mean, getting Apex today while having Incursions is rough. You mentioned that you need ore building efficiency going Ops 46. If one is at Ops 39, about to launch 4042, is gas or crystal more needed efficiently? So you need all three, but I do want to just point out that ore is going to be your biggest one. Like, you need the most ore, and Sparks Club is great for this. No Nikola Tesla. Players don't want twice a month incursions. I'm sorry. It's just not going to happen. We literally went away from that because of mass player response once a month. Anyway, what I was talking about was going from 39 to 42. Ore is going to be the one that you need the most heavily. Spox Club does a great job of showing you those amounts. So ore is the one I focus on, but all of them that you get matter. All of them matter. Do your lead expedition AT. So Andy, the reason that I haven't clicked it is because I have one running already. So I just need to speed up this one and then start it over. Which I guess I can do. I mean, it's no big deal. There. Whoop, that. There we go. Okay, I'll speed this one up. Hopefully get a critical. Nope. And we'll do the other one. But that's why it was just sitting there. And there you go. That's the one I get the most often, honestly. So do that. Impulsive. And then Survivor. And just need that 65% chance to hit. At 6,000 would almost pay what it cost me a day to get my blueprints between the Katinga and the Pylum. But I mean, I am moving, progressing through that. Y'all look, because y'all know I don't have the rep for either yet. But for my battleship, my Katinga is at 30 out of 150. And then for my interceptor, which is going to be my Pylum, I'm up to 14 out of 350. So I'm definitely getting, good results in terms of using away teams as an effective DP strategy. Key tip for those about to get the Mantis: be careful on Cerritos Wednesdays. It's easy to max California event and lose the farming uncommon. You're right. That is something to pay attention to, because the little exo comps for Actian hostiles do count for your Cerritos event. They will apply, so. Yeah, Incursions once a year. Well, Dennis, I would want once a year, but yeah, I mean, I can't, even as a player who enjoys Incursions, I can't in good conscience argue for 2 times a month, because it's been made very clear by the player base that they don't want that. So even though I like Incursions, I personally do, I'm not going to advocate for something that the majority of the players don't want. I feel like that's going against my job. I don't want to be a senator. I don't want to be a politician. I don't want to, do the opposite of what you voted me in to do. So even though I'm a huge, I really like Incursions as a concept and most implementations, I'm not going to argue for something that players don't want. I just hit 60% rep threshold for the Newton BPs to show up in the away team store. You now have 7 so far. Nice, Jedi. Great job. John says, hate weekday Incursions. I agree with you. Can't do much during the workday. I prefer weekends as well. Have made that clear. I think the main reason, though, is because you had a holiday event this past weekend, so they ran it in the middle of the week. But usually the weekends have become like the norm. Hopefully it stays that way. But the exchange armadas do give the same points to California class events without an extra comp being active. That's only if somebody else is running. That's any armada, by the way. But that's only if somebody else is running an exocomp. Armadas themselves shouldn't apply to your Cerritos event unless somebody else ran an ExoCon. Yeah. Say Scope to stop giving the sick the useless shards and PV chests. Don't worry, that's been said many times. Don't worry. There's nobody here who is happy that, you know, they're level 44 still getting Vocless parts dropping. Nobody is. We need a balance between weekend and weekday incursions for everyone personally prefers. I don't know if it's even 50-50. That'd be another thing to do another survey on maybe and see kind of what the balance is there. But it's tough. I mean, I think most people prefer weekend, but you are going to have those people who it's better during the week. So enjoying your new reading series? Yeah, I've started the second book of Wheel of Time. I am still enjoying it. And today, I'm actually working on editing and finishing editing the video of the new house, which I will try to put out today. I will try to put out the new house video today, which is exciting. Hopefully we get that done, the editing and everything. Still got a few more things to edit. But for those who've been waiting for the house reveal, that should be done, maybe coming out in the next 2 or 3 hours, maybe. If it runs too late on my editing, then it may not be till tomorrow. But either way, you're going to get the video. Is the name all done? It is Gilly. Yeah, the wall's up. The wall's been up for about a month now. Shout out to Blue Dog Graphics. I'm definitely giving Blue Dog Graphics, you know, big shout outs in the actual video because they created that, amazing artwork in my opinion. It looks great. But for those curious who want to finally see the house, the kids miss anything about the wall? No. I mean, my son is 5 and autistic. My daughter's 2, and she still can't get over the concept of Halloween. Like, she's literally going around now just like, Halloween! Like, honey, it's over. And then my newest, or youngest, he's only 4.5 months. So, no. I do talk about the wall in the video, though, and y'all will see that then. But I don't do incursions at all. I just shield up and say, have a good week. Fair enough, Michael. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, let's check my away teams again because the pips are just annoying me. Like, it's making me feel like I've got something there and I don't, but it's making me feel like I do. I'm gonna speed that up just because I want I got a critical? Wow, unexpected. I just wanted the service reward, but I'll take that critical. Thank you very much. Appreciate that, RNG Scopely. Wow, unexpected but appreciated. 20% crit. I had a 65% that failed. 20% crit over here coming through with, what was that, 1,700? So anyway, somebody asked where I'm at credit-wise. I have 65,000 Romulans. I'm pretty low because I've been grinding mostly Klingon rep. So I haven't been doing daily collections. And I'm 19.6 million away from commended. And then I'll start collecting both of them at the same time again. And dual grinding to 1 billion. But yeah, I've got 265,000 Klingon, and then Federation, I'm at 276. But I've also been coming and picking up that recruit for, yes, by the way, elite factions. We have talked to them about them. Hopefully they change. Hopefully they get improved upon. Thank you for dropping the donate link. Appreciate that. The epic away teams are awesome. Man, I mean, they are. I didn't expect to hit that. I keep hitting this, man. The pips. This is one of the pips get on my nerves when they don't work. Like, I literally have nothing to check here unless you're literally just telling me to launch all these armadas. Just like chill the heck out. Now this one, I'm going to put just like random crappy officers on. Like, who do I not use? I don't use DJ Aoki right now. I don't use Auto. And I don't use 7. So I don't care if it's 70%. Just run it. Just run it. I just wish that would just get off my screen. Stupid pips. Stupid pips. Falcon, thank you for dropping that, by the way. The Discord link and everything. Oh, the pips. Pips. Ugh. They're the worst. Anyway. You have to restart the game? Yeah, I know. And I'm not going to do that on stream. So, is nobody doing, is nobody doing any more armadas right now? Eclipse armadas? This is the baby one. This is the one that needs to upgrade first. Did the music drop? Oh, I think it did. My bad, y'all. Sorry about that. My bad. I fail more high percentage crits than if I have a low percentage. Same is true for missions when I stack for crit. I'll have a 95% chance to complete the missions and still fail it most of the time. I don't have that happen to me, but I've definitely heard it from other people. And there's something wonky with the RNG over there. There's something wonky. More pips? Well, look here, Wolfwood. I need you to chill out, because anything that you say in jest can be taken seriously by any lurking overlords and janitors. So chill out. Okay? Chill. Not that serious. That joke was not that funny. Oh, snap. Somebody just for a free t-shirt giveaway. Well, thank you. Ordrin. Thank you so much. Check my starbase. We get to give away a free t-shirt today because Ordrin just donated to, Ordrin. Thank you. Ordrin just donated to our, I can collect that, but I probably shouldn't. That's not my job. Anyway, here's our starbase. Here's my starbase. So, yeah, I mean, we don't do Pokemon packs on YouTube, but I gotta get out the spinny wheel of epic disappointment. Do a free t-shirt giveaway. This is the first time we've done it on YouTube. Wheel of names. Select all. How do I grab the names off YouTube? So for those who have no idea what we're talking about, every month, obviously, I've got expenses, childcare, medical expenses, things like that. And y'all, please don't spam. That doesn't work over here. That is a, that's a, not, you don't have to spam on YouTube. That's a Twitch thing. So one of the things we have set up is every $50 donation, we actually, I put this in. Every $50 Cash App donation, we give away a t-shirt. And this is the first one that we give away on YouTube. So somebody, if they want it, we're about to spin the epic wheel of disappointment. We'll be able to have a free t-shirt, assuming that they want a Rev Deuce t-shirt. But I got to put this in real quick, and it's going to change on the screen. Thank you, Odrin. I also saw Hank's Corner. Thank you for donating to me and my family as well. I greatly appreciate it. I'll put you in here. Thank you so much. And now we're going to grab the list of names and put this on the screen. Let's see. BlueStacks. I want you to capture this window, please. There we go. Capture that window. We'll make this a little smaller. That's not what she said. Oh. Transition. All right, so I'm going to pull. Thank you, Hank's Corner, for gifting a membership, too. Just being ridiculously nice. All right, so I'm going to drag all the names. Copy. We'll put them over here. We're going to paste. That did not paste correctly. That did not paste correctly at all. All right, so participants. So this is only grabbing, well, I guess you actually would have to spam because this is only grabbing who's actively chatting. So if y'all want to be in the drawing for a free t-shirt and you hear the sound of my voice, because it's only, there's 470 people here, but there's only 60 active chatters. So I guess you do need to spam. Yeah, just type one thing. If you want a chance to win a free t-shirt. If you don't care about the t-shirt, don't worry about it. But I'll get your name and address and we'll be sending free t-shirt to one lucky winner, thanks to Ordrin being so freaking kind. By the way, there was another person who I still haven't gotten their message. And if anybody has seen Clifford the Big Red Dog, I still have not gotten their message with their address. Like, there are several people who've actually won it, but I haven't gotten their address. And Dog Red Clifford from Twitch is one of those people. So if y'all know a Dog Red Clifford, please make sure you send them my way. Okay. I remember them talking in chat. They never showed up. All right, so now we've got more names. Let's see how many people are here now that we told y'all to do a little spamming. Copy, select all, delete, paste. Oh, okay, so that didn't work. Undo. Come on, I need all the names. All the names, please. Copy. So now we're up to 150. So that sounds about better. That sounds about better. Maybe there are others who are out there, but here's the spinning wheel of epic awesomeness. We'll see who wins, and you get to decide if you want if you want a free t-shirt, we're sending you one. But you got to decide if you're willing for me to know. Okay, that is not a person. So respin, that's not a person. That's a notification. We need an actual person. Notifications won. Yay, Pips won. All right, Jonathan Turner. Hopefully that name is not so common. There's multiple of y'all. Jonathan Turner, do you want a free t-shirt? Oh my gosh, Jonathan Turner in the chat. Do you want a free Rev Deuce t-shirt? If so, you'll need to message me proof of who you are on YouTube and send me your address on Discord. We'll send it your way. Congratulations and thank you again to Odrim for donating to our Cash App. Every Cash App donation, just because what I used to pay, we'll then do a giveaway and we give back to the community. So huge shout out, a huge thank you. Greatly appreciated. You're amazing. Thank you. Congratulations, Jonathan Turner. Also, would love take you a nice little picture in the shirt and show it off. Wasn't he a character on Boy Meets World? I have no idea because Boy Meets World's like before my time. Like I didn't watch Boy Meets World. What does Starbase Rep bring to the players in the Alliance? Research. Different levels of research that you can access and start doing based on where your Alliance rep is at. So for example, there's a couple here in the Starbase, like my next medal efficiency, I need to be at 7.5 million rep to do my next efficiency for that one. So it incentivizes me to be loyal to one Alliance, to stick with them and grow with them. My current rep being 5.5 million. I'm a Steam. And it maxes out at 10 million. Will Starbase be doing anything else in November? We'll just have to wait and see. At each one-star interceptor parts. Nicola, I see you spamming that. I know what you're talking about. Obviously, everybody here gets you. There's nothing really to say with that. Hey, Deej, good to see you. How are you doing? Are we going to be able to raid Starbases? You would think so because they've got the cargo setup that they do. So I assume at some point you can. We'll just have to wait and see when that happens. But you have to assume that it would by just the way that they're lined out and how they read, right? You have to assume that would happen at some point. You got 9.4 million Alliance reps, so almost max. Nice, Ed. Dude, you've been moving fast. You've been hitting that triple option on everything. You're doing a lot of the armadas. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. It would be nice to have a Starbase upgrade event so my Alliance levels hours up faster. Maybe your Alliance just needs to stop being lazy. No, I get you. I get what you're saying. Another revenue stream for Scopely? When are they going to add Dabo Parlor to the Starbase? Wow. What if you actually had like a real virtual reality set of that? That would be kind of cool. That would be kind of cool. I think it's better to have the few rare G4 than uncommon G4. They have much better ships, bonus than uncommon. Cool. Yeah, I mean, they're just much more pricey too. Hank, thank you so much for being a cadet for 4 months. I always appreciate the support. I mean, all y'all who support me and my family, I can't say thank you enough. Greatly appreciate it. We will be live again in about 3 hours. I am starting tonight's stream earlier to hopefully avoid the Comcast issues we've been having. So I will be streaming again here really shortly on Twitch. If y'all haven't joined the Twitch already, we are about to wrap up today's stream. We're right at an hour and a half. I need to go eat some lunch and do some more work. But yeah, right now, let's just get in and say y'all have been amazing. Thank you for the stream today, everybody. I appreciate it. Thank y'all for giving away a t-shirt, and hopefully we can avoid the Comcast issues by streaming earlier, and then by tomorrow we'll have that set up. What's your favorite piece of Deuce apparel? I'll do a little shopping. I really like my OPC is OPC shirt, and I love the new one that I did, which is just something positive, which is be authentically you. I like that. I like being positive, and I've needed that a lot lately with my mental health. So that's been a big thing for me. Leggings are great if somebody's willing to buy them. But anyway, I will catch y'all later, which will literally, I'll be streaming in 3 hours on Twitch if you're not already there. Live long and prosper. Stay safe for the Space Cowboys. Deuces, that's me. Catch you on the next one. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your support. Love y'all. Catch you on the next one.
An even better outro than the intro. For the Empire and glory to your house.